Hey, know thyself here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. So, today I wanted to talk about celebrating your wins. So much of this space is about trying to make corrective action when you do something that you're not supposed to do. But I've also found very often that on this rainy day here in Los Angeles, that not enough times do we celebrate our wins. When you do something or you set yourself on a goal and you accomplish it, I think it's important to take a step back, take some time to acknowledge the progress that you've made. Celebrate the small wins. I'm very much in favor of celebrating the small wins. Uh, when you hit a milestone, or you hit you know, a goal, one of the objectives can be checked off the list. You have an overall goal, an overall place that you're trying to go. But when you hit those small objectives and those small wins, I think it's very important to take a step back, acknowledge the small wins, assess how that thing became successful. It kind of take a quick review of what it was that you did, what was the level of discipline that you had to put in, and you say, okay, I did this and I took these actions and it resulted in success. So for example, like if there's a weight loss goal that you're headed towards, and you say, I want to lose, let's say you want to lose 20 pounds or something like that, right? You say to yourself, I want to lose 20 pounds. Well, when you lose 5 pounds, you got to make an acknowledgement. Okay, I lost 5 pounds. That's really good. What were the habits? What were the disciplines? What were the tactics? What were the patterns that I used to lose the 5? And you say, I did this. I ate right. I watched my diet. I watched what I was eating. I did the proper workouts. I got the proper amount of sleep. I got the proper amount of rest. I got the proper amount of nutrition. I drank enough water. And these were the things that I did that caused me to lose that 5 pounds. And your overall goal, if you set, like, for example, that just in this hypothetical, is 20 pounds. So you still have a ways to go. You still have 15 more pounds to lose, but it's okay to take a step back and celebrate your wins. I think it's very important as you move towards your goal that you reinforce those milestones, and you reinforce that it's okay to hit an accomplishment, check something off the list as you move towards where it is you're trying to go. I think it's very important, because if you don't, you run the risk of not really celebrating until you actually hit that big goal. But the whole purpose of any of this stuff is to love the journey. It is to love the journey. It is to love the process. The most important thing that you can do is fall in love with the process. Celebrating the small victories and the wins is how you love the journey. It's how you fall in love with the journey. It's how you fall in love with the process. Because I'm going to tell you this right now. If you've ever had a long-term goal and you struggled and you didn't find any joy along the way, when you finally reach that goal, it's not as fulfilling as you thought it was going to be. If you can look back over the time spent and the effort spent to get there, and there was no laughter, no smiles, no small victories, no enjoyment, no happiness, if it's just one long, grueling haul, then trust me, you are going to be miserable the entire way there. And one of the things that you can be sure of is that if you're miserable on the way to some big goal that you have, you're going to attract misery. So you're going to be on your way to a goal, whether it's acquiring a job, acquiring a contract, or losing weight, and you mess around and your gym buddy Like, let's say, for example, you're trying to lose 25 or 30 pounds. That takes some time, you know? And let's say that it takes you 7 or 8 months to do it, but you're negative the entire time that you're on your way to that goal. All of a sudden, your gym buddy is just as negative as you are. The friends that you make in that aerobics class or that fitness class that you go to, they're all negative, gossiping people too. And you take a step back once you hit that goal and you're like, I hit the goal, I lost the weight, but I also acquired some really terrible people that are my friends now, or that are my associates now. How did I do that? How do I have these negative people in my life? It's because you didn't put out any positive energy while you were on your way to that goal. It's very important that you remain upbeat, that you love you love the journey and the process, and that you celebrate some of the small wins on the way. Most important thing, celebrate the small wins. Celebrating the small wins could just be something as simple as just sitting in the joy of hitting the goal and saying to yourself, you know what? I hit this small goal. I'm there. For example, if you're trying to get a raise, right? Let's say you want to get a raise. And let's say that, in order for you to get a raise, you have to take on more responsibility at your job. And in taking on more responsibility at your job, that means you have to take on more projects, you have to take on more work. Well, while you're accomplishing the goals of that work, if you are hitting the targets, the overall goal is for you to get that raise or that promotion. That's the overall goal. But on the way there, you're gonna have to accomplish things. You're gonna have to prove to the people who hand out the raises or the promotions that you should get one, a raise and or a promotion. And so it's going to mean that when you are executing the duties and responsibilities, there might be tasks that you have to take on that prove to your bosses and prove to yourself that you deserve the raise and or the promotion. And when you execute those tasks and you accomplish those small tasks along the way, you got to celebrate that. Because obviously, yes, the overall goal is to get the promotion and or the raise. But if you don't celebrate those wins and keep a positive mental attitude as you're moving towards the goal, it's not going to be as fulfilling as you think it is. Anybody, if you're listening to this and you've ever acquired money in your life, whether it's been a lot of money or a little bit of money, the energy field in which you are emitting when you receive that money or when you get that money matters so much. Because if you get a whole bunch of money but your life is negative and shit, money's not going to mean that much to you. You're going to end up spending it. It's not going to be fulfilling. I always say this when people are on their way somewhere. It's one of the industries I work in is Hollywood. And so people will always say things like, Hollywood is cutthroat, it's backstabbing, and people will do just about anything to make it. That's very true. That is 100% true. There are people out there that will do terrible things to other people just to quote unquote make it. And when those people make it and they look around, they have no one to celebrate with. Because while they might have gotten that position, all positions are temporary, no position is forever. So while they may have gotten that position, what they now have to worry about are the people who want to take that position from them. So then their paranoia starts. And then if you had to do a lot of shady things to even get to that position, guess what? Now you have a reputation of doing a lot of shady things to get what you want. So yes, you might get the title, you might get the promotion, you might get the big job, you might get to work on the big project, but no one likes you. No one wants to work with you. People will work with you, but only for a premium. People will work with you, but they gotta get paid to be able to put up with you. So would you rather have that be your path? Or would you rather your path be, you know what, it might take a little bit longer, but instead of burning bridges on my way to where I want to go, I want to build bridges. I want to celebrate the wins. I want to put out positive energy. I want to have a positive mental attitude, whether things go right or wrong. I want to celebrate those small wins and make sure that I am aware of where my mental attitude is as I'm moving through this thing called life. Now, here's the big thing. If you don't have a big overarching goal, you don't have a big overarching destination, someplace that you're trying to go, something that you're trying to do that's much bigger than you, then you need to get it. You need to write something down. You need to plan something. You need to be working on coming up with a goal that is bigger than you, that overwhelms you and consumes you, because those are the type of goals that keep you busy. And once you come up with something that's big enough, a big goal, then guess what? Then you can start to see those small victories, those small wins, those small achievements and accomplishments along the way. So first thing is, come up with a big goal, something that scares you, something that's overwhelming, a little bit overwhelming, and strive for that goal. And then when you hit those targets, those many accomplishments, celebrate them. You acknowledge them. Stop down for a second. Say, hey, pause. We hit that target. We hit that goal. We accomplished that thing. We got that contract. We got that meeting. We hit those numbers. Yes, we have a bigger goal, but we hit a milestone. Let's acknowledge it. Let's breathe into it. Let's let it be something that we acknowledge and that we understand, and that we say, okay, we have acknowledged it. We know that it's there. We hit that goal. We pat ourselves on the back. We review it, take the lessons, leave the things that don't work, move forward. Take the lessons and leave the rest. All right, guys, with that being said, I want to thank you so much for rocking with me. If you have anything more to say on this topic about celebrating your small wins, maybe you have a story you want to tell, give me some of your comments about how you celebrate your small wins. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. And you guys take care of yourself. I'll see you on the next one. All right.